who's ready to be offended? Okay, so here I am doing a video about Game of Thrones. I don't watch Game of Thrones. I've never watched Game of Thrones, but I did watch the last episode just to do this video. So, so I didn't watch the second to last episode, but I was in the room while it was playing. I kind of saw a little bit of it. Didn't understand it, obviously, but I did watch the entirety of the last episode, and we're gonna talk about that today. The things I know about this show is season 1, tits and dragons. That's all it is. Apparently, if you get past that, then you're good. You get like even more of a storyline. I don't know. I know it's all about incest. I don't really know what's going on. You're in for a wild ride if you've come to this video. So let's go. We start out the episode with a previously on. That's not going to be enough of a recap for me. So that's really cute that they gave us that. What's that face about? That's really scary. She kind of actually looks like something smells really bad around her. She's doing a lot of heavy sniffing. I don't really know what's going on. She's on like some kind of, is she on a dragon? Is she on a dragon? I think she's on a dragon. Sure, let's go with that. All right, so we get into the episode. Oh yeah, the entire town was like destroyed the last episode. I remember that happening. And now we're just like sitting here in the rubble. I don't know what's going on. Enters this guy who is the dwarf in every single show and movie, more notably for me, Penelope, you know, the movie with the chick with the pig nose and ears. Okay, so to wrap up the beginning, it is raining rubble or snow. No one really knows what's going on, and this guy is just looking for someone. He finds some hands under a bunch of crap, and he's like crying, and there are 2 people. I think they might be brother and sister. That's just what I'm assuming, because you know the whole incestual thing that I hear goes on with this show. I'm assuming they're brother and sister, and now they're dead, and he's really upset about it. Oh, and then we see this chick. I remember this little girl was almost dead the last episode. I don't know how she survived. She was like almost dead 17 times, and here she is, alive to tell the tale. So I'm happy for her. Good job, girl. Then this chick comes on the screen. She has some very interesting prom hair. If you watch this show and you're in high school, are you even a real fan if you don't have this hair at your prom? Just saying, I'm calling you out. If your hair does not look like this on prom day, you're not a true fan. And then this guy comes in. Is this Jon Snow? I haven't heard that name, and I know that he died once and then came back or something, and because everyone was like, oh my gosh, Jon Snow, you kill the main character. The show just kills main characters, and they don't even care that they're all gone. It's crazy. And then somehow they come back from the dead. I don't know. I know Jon Snow was killed or died. I don't know what happened, and then I think he came back. So I think this is Jon Snow. Could be wrong. He might not even be on the show anymore. I don't actually know, but this guy said that he died and then came back. Like, he's the only one that knows what it's like to be on the other side. So I assume Jon Snow, dead, resurrected. Jon Snow, I don't know if this is you or not, but hello. All right, and then I feel like Jon Snow and the dwarf from Penelope have been talking for like an hour now. This is like the longest scene I've ever seen in my life. Basically what I got from it is that the prom hair girl is the queen of something, and the dwarf is against this queen, said queen, whoever she is. And this guy, who may or may not be Jon Snow, is with the queen. He actually likes her, and they're trying to convince each other to flip how they like the queen or don't like the queen. They're trying to convince the other one to come to their side, you know, of their feelings for the queen. So yeah, but if there's a queen, I don't know why we're trying to find who's gonna take the throne, because there's already queen. So why do we need someone to take the throne? I don't know. I don't understand. Is it like next in line? I don't know. All right, and then we have this scene where this dragon just magically comes up out of the snow. Like, was he sleeping under the snow? Was he like frozen under the snow? Was he stuck? Someone tell me what's going on with this dragon, why he was hiding under the snow. Also, why does this show have dragons? How did they get there? What purpose do they serve? And then I guess this is the Iron Throne everyone's always talking about, trying to take. I don't know. All right, and then the prom hair girl, who is apparently a queen, is now talking to may or may not be Jon Snow, and they're like a thing or something, and she's like trying to take everything out of his head that the Penelope dwarf just implanted in it. She's trying to be like, no, I'm a good person. He sucks. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Don't listen to him. You love me. Like we're a thing or something. I don't know. He kisses her and then stabs her and says, you're my queen always. So that's pretty cute. Yeah, that's a forever love right there. She's dead. So Queen is dead, so I guess now we have to find someone to take the throne. I guess that's how it works. But I don't know why this entire series is about the throne and the Game of Thrones and someone taking the throne whenever there's already been someone on the throne this entire time, but the last episode is whenever we need someone to take the throne. I don't know. Maybe people on the throne have been dying this whole time and they're just like trying to figure out who's gonna take the throne forever. I don't know. This is exhausting. And then this giant dragon's just like on his way to him, like charging towards him. He's gonna come kill him. I don't understand. And then the dragon sets a bunch of things on fire, including the Iron Throne. The Iron Throne melts. So I don't understand how there's even gonna be a Game of Thrones ending if the throne no longer exists. I guess it's like a metaphorical throne because there's no longer an actual one to sit on. This is kind of counterintuitive, you know, killing the throne, melting the throne whenever we need someone to rule this freaking city. Like someone just put it in shambles. We gotta do something. I don't know, man. I don't understand. There's not a throne, so how are we gonna have someone sit on the throne? I don't. And then we finally see Joe Jonas's wife. I know her, Sophie, something like that. Then we get this cute little scene where this guy says,
we don't have a king or queen.
You're the most powerful people in Westeros. Choose one.
So what I'm getting from this scene is all it took was this guy saying, well, you need someone on the throne. So you guys, you're smart, you're like powerful, whatever. Choose one. Choose someone. So all it took was this guy saying, choose someone, for them to finally find someone to take the throne, when this entire show they've been trying to have someone take the throne, but they didn't know like how to get there or something. But it took literally this guy at the very end saying, choose someone to be on the throne. And they're like, oh my gosh, what a great idea. What an idea. We didn't even think of that. We didn't even think about doing that. That's something smart. And you are 3 cookies for you. You are smart. We're gonna choose someone to go on the throne, and then this story's gonna be over. That's how we end this show. You're a smart guy. Thanks for giving us the idea of putting someone on the throne, of appointing someone to be on the throne. That's a smart thing. That's a smart thing you did there. You said there, thank you for that idea. You've just saved the world. Like, this show never even had any kind of purpose. If they all had the common sense at the beginning, like this guy did, to just, oh, pick one, duh, freaking common sense, this show wouldn't have even had to happen. Should have been done immediately. We shouldn't have had to have this show. Logic. Why don't I write this show? It'd be over in 2 seconds, honestly. This wise guy stands up with the bright idea of, how about we let the people vote? And then they all laugh in his face, and it's this little like comic relief, whatever, because that's how they do it now in the world. I don't know when this took place, whatever this is. If this is like a different dimension, a different world, a different, well, they're dragons, so I don't know that it's actually like the world that we live in today, just like from the past or to the future. I don't know. I don't really know, but everyone laughs at him, and it's like, it's a little joke, and it's like, wow. And so now the rulers are no longer born but chosen, something like that. Then they ask the guy, hey, you came up with the idea, who should we appoint? Who should be like our leader? And then he says something about a guy that like fell from something and survived, like a tree or a mountain. I don't know, he fell from something and he's still kicking it, so he is indestructible, his body's indestructible, so he should be our ruler. He should take the throne. And then he said something about him learning how to fly. I don't know where that came from, but I don't know. But that was said. And everyone agrees that this guy should take the throne except for his sister, Mrs. Jonas. And then the guy is like, no, I don't want to be king, but I'll do it. Like, this doesn't make any sense. And then he's like, hey, you dwarf guy who said that I should be king, you're going to be my right-hand man or something like that. And he's like, I don't want to be a right-hand man and you don't want to be king, so let's do it. What kind of logic? What is going on? And then later, may or may not be Jon Snow's with the dwarf guy, and he's like, hey, was it right for me to kill the prom queen? Yes or no? And he says,
Ask me again in 10 years.
So if I don't see these people in 10 years, at least like some kind of clip or segment or like a reboot of the show in 10 years, something saying, hey, was it right to kill the prom queen? Yes or no? If I don't see that, I'm gonna be very disappointed because you just set that up for it to happen. So if it doesn't, that's on you guys because you literally gave yourself the opportunity. And this guy's all angry because the dead prom queen had just like appointed him, promoted him to something special, and now he's all butthurt about it because he's now nothing, I guess. And then this chick who I thought was like severely injured the last episode is going west or something, like as far west, what is it, to explore where the maps stop. How lame can you get with this? And there's this random document that a lady's adding to. Why isn't this written in their native tongue? You know, what is it called? Dothraki. Oh, I used to know it. But it's written in English. Why isn't it in their actual native tongue? Is that their native tongue? I don't know. And this looks like the book from Charmed. Is it the same one? Probably. So is this like somehow tying Charmed together with this show? So then Mrs. Jonas gets a crown and they call her queen. So are her and her brother like ruling together? Is it like a brother-sister duo thing like it was before? Was it before? I just know there was incest with a brother and a sister. I don't know what's happening. I assume that's the people that died at the beginning, but I don't actually know. But are they like ruling together? What's happening? This doesn't make any sense. And if so, if she's the queen, it's because she is the only relevant actor in current pop culture. So, good on you, Mrs. Jonas. Good job. Proud of you. And then may or may not be Jon Snow is like a prisoner or something, but he's been making this like long trek the whole second half of this episode. Like, where is he actually going? What is he doing? He's a prisoner, but where is he being taken? I don't understand. So that's how the episode ends. I heard that the last two episodes, the whole last season or something like that, makes the whole show go to crap. Like, it's like they gave up in the last season, which obviously from this episode, it's so clear to me, obviously, that everyone was correct about that, right? Yep. Because I would know, because I've seen the show. So, all right, well, that was that. That was me watching the last episode of Game of Thrones. None of it made any sense to me. Surprise, surprise. But it was so good to come to a conclusion that this episode never even had to happen. This whole series never had to happen. All they had to do was just have common sense to pick someone to put on the throne. And so that's my humble review of this wonderful show that I clearly know a lot about. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you didn't, then okay. Let me know other shows that you want me to only watch the last episode of. I've seen a lot of TV, so yeah, good luck finding one that I haven't seen at least a little bit of. I'm really good at starting a show and then stopping. So yeah, it might be hard finding other ones, but here we are. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time with another video. So, goodbye. You know nothing, Jon Snow. That's a quote. Yep, okay, yikes.